Good morning, students. In the previous class, we do the problems with the short transmission lines. In this class, we are going to discuss about the performance of medium transmission lines. Okay, here once again I will repeat for the medium transmission lines having the voltage is greater than 20 volts, 20 kilovolts above the 20 kilovolts and below 100 kilovolts. Okay, and in the short transmission line calculations, the effect of line capacitance is neglected because each line has smaller length and it transmits power at a relatively low voltage, that is less than 20 kV. So for this reason, we can't consider the capacitor. Okay, for the medium transmission line, length is above 80 kilometers and usually the voltage is 20 kilovolts higher than 20 kV. So the line increases, so the capacitance gradually becomes of greater importance and it cannot be neglected for the medium transmission lines. Okay, and the capacitor of the line is uniformly distributed over its length of line. However, to make the calculation simple, for the capacitance system is assumed to be divided as a lumped or concentrated from the capacitors across the line at one or more points. Okay, here the capacitance is lumped or concentrated, and here throughout the line it can be uniformly distributed, and for the easy calculations we um, commonly calculated by using the three methods of the medium transmission lines. That is, the first one is the eddy condenser method, and second one is the nominal T method, and third one is the nominal pi method. Okay, these three methods are used to calculate the medium transmission lines. Okay, the medium transmission lines can be calculated by using the three methods. That is, the first method is the eddy condenser, and second one is the nominal T method, and third one is the nominal pi method. Okay, these are the three methods. Okay, here in the medium transmission lines, capacitance is present in the transmission line. Okay, first one, end condenser method. Okay, first of all, the transmission lines are designed in the form of, see here, resistance and inductance in series, generally the transmission lines connections are drawn here. Vs is nothing but the sending end voltage, and Vr is the receiving end voltage. In the transmission line, the flowing current is I, that can be subdivided into sending end voltage is Is, and here in the capacitor flowing current is Ic, and here also some IR current. In the same manner, it can be divided here also. Okay, so this is the transmission model representation. Okay, resistance and inductance are in series, and the capacitance is in parallel with the connection of ground. Okay, this is the formation of the transmission lines. Okay, here in the medium transmission lines also, here capacitance is present. Okay, First of all, in the three methods, the first method is the end condenser method. In the end condenser method is the type of connection is up to here. Okay, at the end capacitor can be connected, so it can be called as end condenser method. Okay, at the ending side and the receiving end side, the capacitance will be connected. So this is the representation, only resistance, inductance and capacitance. This type of formation is called the end condenser method. Okay, and another one, nominal T method. Nominal T method is the connection of type of T connection. Here the resistance and inductance, throughout the calculation we can calculate. In this type of connection also we can calculate, and in this type of connection also we can calculate. So this is the formation of T. Okay, see here. This is the formation of T symbol. Okay, here in the one branch side resistance, inductance, and in the middle of these two branches it can be divided by a capacitor C. Okay, here nothing but a capacitor C, and the resistance, inductance and the resistance, inductance. Okay, these two parameters can be divided with a single conductor, single capacitor. It is the formation for the T connection. Okay, and pi connection, nominal pi method. Okay, and nominal pi method is nothing but, see here, nominal pi method. Okay, this is the nominal pi method, and here the capacitance can be divided, and only single and resistor and inductance are present here. Okay, this is the three methods for calculating the medium transmission lines. Generally, once again I will repeat you, generally the transmission line model representation is shown in figure. This is the normal method for the calculating of medium or long transmission lines also. Okay, and this is for in the calculation, type of structure can be different in the different conditions. Okay, here up to take here, this is the end condenser method. Only resistance, inductance and capacitance are present here for the end condenser method. And here it is the type of T connection. We start here. Okay, we start here up to the end of this value. So these two terms can be divided with a single capacitor. Okay, this is the connection. This is the shown figure is a type of T structure. So it is the nominal T method for the calculation. And we will start here and here, and this is the, see here, this is the nominal pi structure. Okay, this is the pi structure. Only resistance and the inductance and two capacitors. Okay, this is the nominal pi method, is the structure of pi. Okay, and in the T connection, here is the T connection, resistance, inductance and resistance, inductance, divide with a single capacitor. This is the type of T connection, and this is the pi connection. Okay, these are the three calculations for the calculating of medium transmission lines. First one is the end condenser method. So first one is end condenser method. See here the end condenser method circuit diagram, and the resistance R and inductance and capacitance. Okay, here end, with the end the capacitor can be connected here and then connected to the load. Okay, here Vs is the sending end voltage and Is is the sending end current. These two are the sending end parameters, and at the receiving end Vr is the voltage and IR is the receiving end current. These are the receiving end parameters, and the IS current can be divided with two parts, that is IR and IC. IC is nothing but the capacitor current. Okay, here it can be represented as IC and this can be represented as IR. Okay, so IS equal to IC plus IR. Okay, and next for this diagram we can draw the phasor diagram. This is the phasor diagram, and here we can take the reference voltage is VR. Okay, in all the problems we can take the reference is a VR voltage, So VR is acting as the reference voltage VR, and Vs is drawn at an angle of alpha, that is nothing but here Vs, okay, and the drop VR plus drop equal to the sending end voltage. So that can be represented as see here Is is nothing but the sending end current. So here sending end current also we can draw with an angle of phi r, okay, some angle difference, okay, phi r, okay, phi r at an angle of IR and phi s at an angle of IS. Okay, here two currents are there. In the now first short transmission line, only single current, there is no division in the currents. So I with respect to VR with respect to I, it's an angle of phi r, and Vs with respect to I is phi s angle. Here two currents are there, Is and IR. So Is with respect to Vs is some angle is phi s, and IR with respect to VR the angle is phi r, and Vs with respect to VR at an angle of alpha. Okay, and here Is at an angle, okay, some angle Is can be drawn here, and IR also drawn here. Okay, in this same direction the drop will ISR in the same direction. See here, so in the same direction ISR drop, and IS into XL drop at 90 degrees. Okay, so that can be drawn, and the resultant is the impedance IS Z equal to R plus JXL. Okay, this the combination is the representation of impedance. So it can be represented in the dotted lines. Okay, the main of the function of the drop can be represented as ISR and ISXL. Okay, here and one more current is there, and that is the charging current IC. Okay, that can be with respect to VR at an angle of 90 degrees. Okay, here the representation for the IC, and that can be in the currents we can shown here also. Okay, VR as the reference vector, Vs is the sending end voltage, the VR value equal to Vs, sorry, not VR plus drop equal to the value of sending end voltage. The drop can be represented as Is into R, Is into XL. That is, Is is nothing but sending end voltage, sending end current, that can be represented as Is. So in the same direction, Is can be represented. So IR, okay, IR value. IC is nothing but an capacitance value, so it reads 90 degrees. So IC representation here. In this, the IC representation is drawn here also in the same direction. Okay, IC. For the resultant current representation, here also drawn, no problem at all. Here also drawn. We can draw both. Okay, with no problem at all. This is the phasor diagram representation. Okay, and once again I will tell you here VR as the reference vector. So VR with respect to VR, Vs at an angle of alpha. We can draw a line, and the drop can be represented here. The drop ISR drop can be the same direction of the with respect to Is. So and IR at an angle of phi r, Is with respect to Vs at an angle of phi s, and the drop ISR into IXL is represented in the form of impedance also. It can be draw a line. Okay, here is the representation for the phasor diagram. In this method, the capacitance of the line is lumped. Once again, the capacitance is lumped or concentrated at the receiving end of the line. Okay, and this method localizing the capacitance at the load end overestimate the effect of capacitance. Okay, the capacitance effect at the end of the transmission line. Okay, here VR as the reference vector and IR is the load current per phase and R is the resistance and XL is the inductive reactance and C is the capacitance and XC is the capacitive reactance, IC is the capacitive current and VR is the receiving end voltage. We know that values IR is nothing but load current. Okay, these values can be compulsory note down here. Okay, IR is the load current and R is the resistance, XL is the inductive reactance and similarly VR is the receiving end voltage and cos phi R is the receiving end power factor and Vs is the sending end voltage and cos phi S is the sending end power factor. Cos phi S means is the sending end, R means at the receiving end. Okay, and here we take the reference voltage VR. So VR equal to VR at an angle 0. So that can be rewrite as VR plus Z0 in the complex forms. Okay, and here IR equal to IR at an angle of minus phi R. So IR. So IR value. So lagging it can be represented as minus phi R. So IR equal to at an angle of minus phi R, that can be represented as IR into cos phi R minus J sin phi R. Okay, so IC equal to, here IC current, how can you find that IC current equal to VR by XC? Okay, so VR by XC, receiving end voltage is nothing but here also in the capacitor also, so this VR voltage is present here. If there is no parameters here, parallel, so in the voltage is same at the capacitor. Okay, so here VR is there at the load and in the capacitor also VR voltage is there. Okay, so VR by C is nothing but the inductive capacitance, so it can be represented as XC. So XC equal to, we know XC equal to 1 by J omega C. IC equal to the receiving end voltage VR by XC. So we know VR by XC is nothing but 1 by J omega C. So that can be rewrite as VR into J omega C. So we know that VR into J into omega formula 2 pi F into C. This is the value of IC. Capacitive current IC equal to VR J into VR 2 pi F into C. See here, IC equal to 1 by XC is nothing, XC equal to 1 by J omega C. Substitute here, we can get the value J into VR into 2 pi FC. Okay, and for the sending end current, IS is the vector summation of load current and the capacitive current. Okay, IS is nothing but the combination of IR and IC. That can be represented in the equation form IS equal to IR, load current, okay, IR plus capacitive current IC. So we know that IR equal to, we can calculate here IR equal to cos phi R minus J sin phi R. Okay, substitute here. IR into cos phi R minus J sin phi R plus, we know we already calculated the IC value also, that is nothing but JVR 2 pi FC. Okay, that can be substitute here. So J 2 pi FC VR. So here in these two terms, J combination of complex terms can be write one side and the real terms can be write one side. Okay, IR cos phi R plus, in these two terms J is common here, so minus IR is multiplied in both two terms. Okay, IR into sin phi r plus 2 pi FC VR. This is the value of IS. For the problems, we can calculate this formula directly. Okay. And for the voltage drop is nothing but IS into Z. Z is nothing but R plus JXL. So why this calculate here? Because Vs equal to Vs sending end voltage Vs equal to, okay, Vs equal to receiving end voltage Vr plus Is into Z, okay, Vs equal to Vr at the receiving end voltage Vr plus drop is nothing but Is into Z. So here Vs equal to Vr plus drop, that is nothing but Is into Z, okay. So in the form of drop, Z, we can substitute R plus JXL. So Vs equal to Vr plus Is into R plus JXL. Okay, this is the value for the sending end voltage. Vs is nothing but Vs minus Vr equal to Is into R plus JXL. For finding the voltage regulation, Vs minus Vr by Vr into 100, we can calculate the voltage regulation. That is nothing but Is. So Vs minus Vr equal to Is into R plus JXL. So Is into R plus JXL by Vr, we know the voltage regulation value. And the next one is the efficiency. And that efficiency equal to, we already know the power delivered for phase, also we can calculate for three phase also. And here the per phase values are taken, and power delivered per phase by power delivered per phase plus loss is also per phase. Only we can take the value as a per phase values, okay. So the power delivered formula is nothing but VR IR cos phi r by, and VR IR into cos phi r plus I square R is nothing but IS square R. So sending in current, so is nothing but IS square into R into 100. So here losses per phase we can calculate, the formula is I square R, IS square R, and for the total losses we can calculate, we can product the value by 3. So 3I square R, okay. Here the regulation, voltage regulation and power parameters are scalar quantities. And we can calculate for the three phase, we can, the formulas can be changed for root 3 V value root 3 and Py equal to 3 into Vi cos phi. Okay, and the losses also 3V I square R, and per phase values, so I square R, P equal to Vi cos phi, okay. Once again, I will repeat this end condenser method, and this one is the calculation for one of the calculation for the medium transmission lines. Okay, in the medium transmission line, three types of calculations are considered here. First one is the end condenser method, and second one is the nominal T method, and third one is the nominal pi method. Okay, these three methods are calculated. The first one is the end condenser method. In the end condenser method, the capacitor can be connected across the load side. Okay, at the ending of the load side, we can calculate that type of circuit. Okay, in that RLC circuit, we know the RLC circuits. So R is resistance R, and here we can take the inductive parameters, that can be IXL and XL, and here the capacitance XC. Okay, and for the sending end side, the voltage will be Vs and the current will be Is, and at the receiving end side, the voltage will be VR and the current will be IR. Okay, and in the capacitor, the current is IC. For this circuit, we can draw the phasor diagram. We can draw the phasor diagram. Reference is the VR will we take the reference. Okay, reference and VR. We can draw the VR with respect to Vs. Okay, some angle alpha, and here the drop can be represented. The drop can be drawn, the resistance drop can be drawn as the same direction of the current direction. So that can be 90 degrees at the inductive dot, okay, Is into XL. And here the combination R plus JXL is the impedance that can be represented in the dotted lines. And with respect to VR, IR at an angle of phi r, and with respect to Vs, Is at an angle of phi s. So this can be drawn here, and here also the capacitive current, that is nothing but IC also there. IC with respect to VR at an angle 90 degrees. Here we can draw also, and this for the resultant here also we can draw. Okay, no problem at all. In some textbooks here drawn and no problem. Okay, and this is the phasor diagram and circuit diagram. And for going to the calculation part, and here we are taking as a reference VR. So VR at an angle of 0. So VR equal to VR at an angle of 0. That can be in the complex form. We can write VR plus J0. That is nothing but VR equal to VR. And IR equal to IR at an angle of minus phi r. So with respect to r, it forms an angle minus phi r. So minus phi r, that can be in the complex form. We can write IR into cos phi r minus j sin phi r. So we know the IR value here, and also we can find out the IC value also. And for IC value we can calculate by using the formula I equal to, generally in the resistance I equal to V by R, in the capacitance also I equal to V by XC. Okay, here the voltage across the load can be connected capacitor. So across the load there is no parameters are seen here. So the VR is present at the capacitor also voltage, and VR voltage in the capacitor present. Okay, so here in the capacitor VR voltage is there. So IC equal to VR by XC. Okay, IC equal to VR by XC, and at an angle of 90 degrees. And here VR by XC, we know the XC value, that is nothing but 1 by j omega c. So 1 by j omega c we can write in the place of XC. That can be VR, the value can be j into VR omega c. Okay, we know the formula omega value equal to 2 pi f. Okay, that can be substituted here, j omega 2 pi f cv. Why? Because in the calculation problems, for doing the problems, we can write these value directly. Okay, and for the sending end current, we calculate the IR, IC, and also IS. IS is nothing but the combination of IR plus IC, and IR plus IC. Substitute here for the values IR, IC for the IS. Okay, IR is nothing but IR into cos phi r minus j sin phi r plus X is, sorry, IC is nothing but j VR into 2 pi FC VR. Okay, and common with imaginary terms of one side and real terms on one side, right? Okay, and we IR into cos phi r plus j into uh, minus IR sin phi r plus 2 by f CVR. Okay, and this is the value for the IS. And the voltage drop we can calculate I into IS into Z, that is the drop. Okay, so Z can be is the combination of resistance and inductance. So that can be rewrite as R plus J itself. So Vs equal to VR, receiving end voltage VR plus drop, that is nothing but Is into Z. So VR plus Is into Z is nothing but Is into R plus J XL. So VR can be the left side of this value, that can be Vs minus VR equal to Is into R plus J XL, nothing but drop. So here we can write the for the voltage regulation formula, Vs minus VR is nothing but the drop, that is Is into R plus JXL by VR into 100. That is the calculation for the voltage regulation. And we can find out the efficiency also. That is nothing but power delivered is nothing but PR by PR plus losses. Power delivered, okay, power delivered or power received at the end. Okay, PR by PR plus losses. Losses is nothing but I square R losses. For the three phase, we can rewrite as 3I square R. Okay, and efficiency equal to power delivered is nothing but the formula is P equal to VI cos phi. And the power delivered is nothing but power received. Okay, so here received inside the parameters are VR IR. So VR IR cos phi R by VR IR cos phi R plus losses is nothing but I square R. So I square is nothing but the the transmission line, the flowing current is IS, so that can be represented as IS square into R. Okay, this is the calculation for the efficiency. Okay, these formulas and this calculation needed for the doing problems. Okay, and the problems you can derive in the next class. Okay, thank you.